fight, getting faded every motherfucking night. It's elementary to the whiskey, that is on this shit. Rapping like a motherfucking misfit. Two of us have big heads and big head, go no fear, no cap. She ain't misread, she just read, go get your hoe back. Several times, seen a baby dip and he drip in my dope rhymes. I'ma make a strip, baby strip, yeah.
Hey, what is up, everybody? Let me turn this down a little bit. It is July 25th. My name is Dante. We are Chez Dante, and today it's gonna be a short recording. Nothing too special. It's Sunday. We're chilling. Today's the Lord's Day. But before I get any further, this next segment is brought to you by, where is it? Person One Productions, professional personal productions. So, one thing to be happy about today. Shout out Cool Face for the intro song. Cool Face featuring LT the Monk. Suba. All right, so what is one thing to be happy about today? Cinnamon apple waffles with real maple syrup, well done bacon, fresh fruit, coffee, and freshly squeezed juice. That sounds like a balanced breakfast to me. Ooh, that is something to be happy about. Yeah. So what did I even want to get on here and talk about? Oh, okay. So I was listening to an investing podcast yesterday. And in that podcast, they were talking to a guy named Guy. They were talking to a guy named Guy Spear, and he was just talking about how, basically, so he wrote a book called The Education of a Value Investor, and basically it talks about all the lessons he learned on his journey to become a value investor. But besides that point, near the end of the podcast, they talk about, or the host asked Guy if you could pass something on to your next generation that's not monetary, meaning like what sort of information or wisdom would you like to impart? First of all, he says everyone should read the Bible, not as a religious practice, but as like just a book to gain information from, because the Bible, according to him, has some very good wisdom. But then, right after he mentions the Bible, he goes to say, and then I also recently watched this movie, Interstellar. And if you watch the earlier episodes of Chez Dante, you know I already mentioned Interstellar and the significance of it. And to hear this billionaire, let me zoom in, talking about how there's significance in that movie, it just shows me that I'm on the right track. Because you know what they say, let me zoom in again, great minds think alike. Unfortunately, he doesn't really go on to say what he saw within Interstellar, but just him mentioning it, that there's significance in that movie, lets me know that I'm on the right course. Now, what that course is, I still have no idea. However, everything is a circle. Yeah, I didn't really have much else to talk about. I finished reading the first chapter of Start With Why. So I guess the next thing would be to start the book club, let the other people know that are part of it. Hey, I've read chapter 1. Have you guys read it? If you have, let's start the conversation. Yeah, this is going to be a really quick one. It's like I said, it's Sunday. I'm just chilling today. I didn't really have much, but because you have to work on your craft every day, I'm here, Chez Dante, recording this for y'all. So, oh, yes, if you would like to come on the show and you have something that you would like to talk about, or if something I mentioned before you want to basically have a conversation about that, leave a comment down below. I figured that if I keep my recordings relatively short, I can basically upload the whole thing to IGTV. So if you're seeing this on IGTV, leave a comment down below, leave a like, save this podcast, and share it with somebody, post it to your story, just help the community grow. That's really all I had to talk about. But you know what? Hold on. Let me get some. Oh, no, I can't even play that. Dang it. Yeah, not much else to say. All I know is that okay, so after listening to that one spot in the podcast, I started reading his book, The Education of a Value Investor. And in the book, he has a concept called, like goodwill, compounding goodwill or something like that. I haven't got to it in the book, but in the podcast, he talks about it. And basically what he talks about is having, the goodwill that you bring into this universe, into this world, the good things that you do eventually compound. And they probably compound better than any sort of monetary value that you can actually have. So goodwill probably compounds better than your interest would, because interest compounds at like 1%, which is, it's better than none percent, but it's only 1. So he was just saying, just try and do more goodwill. At least in the podcast, he was saying that. So I guess once I get to that part in the book, I'll have more to talk about. But for right now, if you haven't already, okay, you know what? Here's this. If you want to understand where I'm coming from, there's kind of 3 things that you need to watch, okay? You have to watch Interstellar. You have to watch Arrival, and you have to watch Avatar: The Last Airbender. Those are the 3 things to start with. And then once I start, finding more inspiration from other great works, I'll definitely update you guys. But for now, those are the 3: Interstellar, Arrival, and Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yeah, once again, short episode, not much else to talk about. Let me get some, let me play Suba again, but from the beginning. So yeah, until the next time, make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you share this with your friends. Make sure you continue to read every single day. Make sure you work on your craft every single day and work your way to mastery. All right. Once again, my name is Dante. We are Chez Dante. And until the next time, peace. Just wanna be free, that dress colorful. Just wanna be free, that body soulful. Just wanna